Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our preview for the Blacklist, Season 9, Episode 8. There we go, holding up the right amount of fingers. This is
Yep.
Dr. Razmik Maier, which I am assuming that I'm pronouncing correctly. I have no point of reference.
Lots of doctors this season as blacklisters. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, what is it with the, what? Okay, it's not enough to just have like a bunch of just random names. They all have there's a very intelligent season. Maybe that's what they're going for here.
Yes, except Roberta Sand had PhD.
Oh, look at you, Razmik Maier. You're not as good as Roberta Sand. How do you feel about that? Okay, now we're trash talking fictional.
Pretend doctors.
That's right. That's right. Doctor, Matt Carter is here too.
Okay, see yourself out.
No. All right. No. Well, we're going to get into everything with this episode because it seems as though Reddington, Dembe, the fallout is a coming. Everybody who has
Yep.
been excited to talk all about that.
Including us. I mean, we were really excited after all of that happened. And
Yeah.
then we had the big wrestler episode, which I know, divided a lot of people. Some people really liked it. We really liked it. Other people were like, hey, what about the mystery? We would like to know what is going to be going on now with Dembe and Reddington. And some of it is coming up.
All right. Well, before we talk about Dr. Maier here and this story, hit that subscribe button because every Thursday, or at least every Thursday, there's a Blacklist episode. We are here talking all about the show, going into what transpired. We also had a very busy weekend doing Power Book 2 Ghost as well as the finale of Dexter New Blood, which there are a lot of opinions about.
Yes. Also follow us over on Instagram, Matt and Jess TV. Coco Chanel Vanderwolf got a haircut this weekend.
Yes.
And she's looking good. So we did like a before and then we did an after. Ultimate fuzziness, less fuzziness.
Okay, we will get to the Reddington and Dembe stuff. We'll set up here briefly that it seems like maybe Dr. Maier is connected to the world of sports betting because like the death of a tennis pro leads the task force to dive in to all of these betting syndicates. And by the way, Knicks fans, if you need someone to help you potentially fix some games in your favor, it hasn't been going great for you guys. Give
Okay.
Dr. Maier a call. We can help.
All right.
All right, I know. So I just had to get a cursory Knicks joke in here. Nobody really cares that much about the Blacklister.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I am not an athletic person. I am not really interested in sports either. So for me, it's, I really hope that it surprises me and that it finds a way to pull me in because I'm also not a person that's really into like country music or, sort of the country theme. And I ended up loving Yellowstone. So, maybe it'll surprise me.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. I want this to be an exciting, kind of interesting episode with how it
Yeah.
plays all this out. And also, I want to get into like weird themes here because if you think about tennis, it's often, unless it's like a doubles match, it's like one person versus one person, right? It's you're watching them volley back and forth, trying to get the best of the other person. And metaphorically here, maybe Reddington and Dembe are in a similar position here where there's kind of a little bit of a back and forth who's going to come out on top. It may not be a rivalry, but Reddington is sure mad at the moment.
I'm just hoping that it's not going to be a one or the other, that they're going to find a way
Yes.
through this before the end of the season. I certainly do not expect it in the next few episodes. This a long game with this show. You got to be patient with stuff.
It says in the synopsis that Reddington is going to dig deeper into Dembe's betrayal, but the question I sort of have is how deep is there really to dig here? Because at least, to us, it seems as simple as Dembe gave Liz the letter or read Liz the letter, and that it feels pretty cut and dry, but maybe the writers have a twist up their sleeve.
Yeah, there was, a little bit of time where, Dembe wasn't around Reddington, and yes, he had the letter, but is it possible he left the letter somewhere? Liz ended up finding it, or Dembe didn't actually have anything to do with it. It's so far all Reddington has is Liz's prints were on the envelope. Okay, so that's definitely something. He knows that he gave it to Dembe and that he trusts Dembe to take care of it. Okay, could something else have happened in that little amount of time where Dembe wasn't with Reddington? Yes. So him doing a much deeper dig into this makes sense for Reddington, because he is a guy who will really get his ducks in a row, really get his information together before he's just gonna kind of go off on somebody. He wants to know 100% that that's the way it is, like Dexter. He's gotta have the evidence before he's gonna go in.
Let's hope this episode ends better than Dexter did. But okay, so the thing I've been wondering with this is, are they going to show us like actual flashbacks? And if we get flashbacks into sort of the mechanics of how all this worked with Dembe and the letter, presuming that Megan's not coming back, and we haven't heard anything about Megan coming back, it's going to be very interesting seeing how they sort of edit this all together, where she's kind of a part of the story without actually being on screen.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them do this already. They did this last season. She was missing for like 8 episodes. And, we had them find ways to work around it where she was still kind of part of it. I mean, I think that they can figure out a way to do it. There's always a way to do it. You can have sort of the back of Liz and have another actress and have it from Dembe's perspective. There's other ways to get around it. Movie magic, guys.
All right, Dembe, it's time for us to have a talk here. You know that, me and you were boys. We're both a part of the Bold Coalition. We got a lot going on here. So, I got a question for you. Why did you keep this secret from Reddington for so long? Did you think that he wasn't going to find out? Because you better than anyone should know that Reddington finds everything out. Is this why you pieced out on this relationship? Because you knew eventually it was going to come to this?
This is the problem, is he's sort of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
Yeah.
If he goes to Reddington, it's like, by the way, I betrayed you. I'm just letting you know the biggest secret in the world that you entrusted me with. I decided to tell Liz, who can't keep a secret, to save her life.
Yeah.
That would have been just the end of him right there. That just would have been bad, because then it's just a straight up confession. Right now, there's still sort of a mystery around it. Did Dembe actually give her the letter? I feel like a good 95% yes. But there's this blacklist. There's always a little bit of mystery around it. Maybe Dembe thought, I'll just hope for the best and hope that he doesn't figure it out. I mean, he probably didn't expect, and he should have, Liz to tell somebody and Liz to tell Agnes, who would then tell Reddington. Like, what are the chances? 100%, obviously. But I mean, what are the chances in his mind? Probably very low.
Yeah, you underestimated how quickly Liz can get a secret out there, and I know she didn't have a lot of time, but still.
No, she is not great at keeping secrets. Oh my goodness.
So the other mystery that's sort of dangling around out there is, what does Reddington do with this information? Because this is my worst fear, is that this season just becomes like a repeat of season 4 with Mr. Kaplan, and then it becomes Reddington versus Dembe. And don't get me wrong, I actually really like the Mr. Kaplan arc, but I don't need to see the Mr. Kaplan arc again. Like, the show already did that. I don't want Dembe to be killed off by Reddington at the end of the season.
I don't think really many of us want to see that. No. I mean, there's a lot of Dembe fans out there, us two included. I don't want to see that. I really loved their relationship, Dembe Reddington. I don't want to see it end that way. It was already so, tough to watch his relationship with Mr. Kaplan end that way. And we've seen Dembe and Reddington even, closer. That is his confidant, his spiritual advisor, his right-hand man. They really were one. So to see that happen, it's just, no, I'm not going to be happy if that's where it goes, but I just don't think it's going to go there.
We're trying to have hope here, everyone.
I have faith. Yeah. I have faith. They are going to, and maybe they'll never be besties again, but they will figure it out.
Yeah, we need you guys just to be pals right now. You can get a little bit closer to besties, maybe a little bit down the road.
I just need them to not be trying to, kill Dembe. That's what I need. They don't have to be best friends. They don't got to be pals. They just need to not be killing each other.
It's going to be a big couple weeks here for Dembe, because it seems as though episode 9, the one after this one coming on Thursday, could be sort of the big Dembe episode we've all been looking forward to. And, we'll have more to preview there, but it also seems like that episode is going to be the last one in January.
I'm hoping after getting this wrestler episode where we got some of the flashbacks, because if you guys have been watching us a while,
Yeah.
you know that one of our complaints about sort of this 2-year time jump is that we missed out on all the sort of like, what was the fallout? How do people deal with it? What happened in that time? And while not everyone loved the wrestler episode as much as we did, I liked having a chance to sort of go back. What happened to him? How did he get here? How did he deal with things or not deal with things? I suspect after getting this that we're going to be getting that with some other characters, which I really like. I know that a lot of people are there for Reddington, and I am, and I love him too, but I like having these sort of all-encompassing episodes that really do a bit of a deeper dive into the other characters, especially ones that we do not get that much information about.
Where is my freaking Aram episode? I am like starting to get legitimately upset about this at this point because
he's basically invisible this season, like for reals.
Yeah, he hasn't had a major story in forever. Like Amir has been on the show forever.
Yes.
Give the man his due, guys. But, well, you mentioned Wrestler. The only other big thing coming in this is we're going to see Wrestler's sobriety tested a little bit more, which is a sign that just because he had like this beautiful conversation at Liz's grave, and as great as that was, it doesn't mean like he wakes up the next day and everything is better, and I appreciate the show acknowledging that.
Me too. I didn't want to see him just have this one moment and then magic, you know, his addiction is just taken care of, because that is not how it works. And I like that this show does take time with stuff like that. It makes me feel like I'm, you know, part of that real world.
Okay, so Thursday we will be back to talk about Dr. Maier. Yeah, it's good to actually just know that we're gonna get some sort of closure here, or maybe not closure, but at least
we're gonna move a little bit further onto the path. There's still lots of episodes. I don't expect to get, you know, complete closure or anything, but we're starting to move on the path this Thursday.
All right, we'll be back here after that episode. We'll break it down. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that, and we will see you guys here next time.